percentage true percentage. Let's see. Yes.
What is that?
So when did it get the is motion detect true? That is the timestamp, and this is when it actually got the true thing.
How do you set up this? Like this, all the what software you're using to read this?
So this you can have lots of agent. SQLite has a lot of agents, but what I mostly use for SQLite is a plugin inside Firefox. So you can download this plugin from here. Just search one of the add-on on, and it is mostly the just directly called SQLite. So my plugin name was extensions SQLite Manager. So I installed this one from there, and after that, in your tools menu, there is one thing called SQLite Manager, and so the last time I opened my historian.sqlite file, so it's just asking me whether I want to open it again. I'll say no, I don't want to. Yeah, so let's do a fresh start. So if you want to open anything, you'll have an SQLite file where the platform historian stores in. So mostly for Voltron, I have seen it's in .voltron data and platform.historian.sqlite. Open this and you'll see three tables, basically one which has a data.
So that's already set up. You don't have to build this thing?
No.
Oh.
This all things is decided. So this is what we wrote in our CSV is here as a metadata in the tables.
Oh, the CSV from the CSV file. Okay.
Yes, and here we have our topics as well. So all these get righted to the historian automatically once you have built up your interface. And even the data, so at every instance time, the data which is there is also here logged into. So the last data, so if we have got the bad request, which is like, because I have not included heartbeat right now as a valid request, so that is what is returned over here. And you can see that all these value strings are stored. This is one of the latest data which we took right now.
So how do you set up your, so now we are talking about the historian agent, right?
Yes.
So how do you set up to be able to read this information right now? You need to set it up, right?
Yes, you need to set it up.
So okay.
So for setting up the historian agent, it is already provided inside Voltron. So what you need to do is just, so for a background case, historian here can store in various databases, can store in Postgres also, it can store in SQLite also, it can store in a lot of other things, and for each thing there is a different configuration. So for this purpose we are just going to use SQLite. So just go into services, core, and there should be an SQL historian agent over here. Yes, so go into SQL historian. So here we have an historian file which is called config. So in here I've just set up what is the name of the agent ID, and it was already there. The agent ID is SQL historian.
This is the SQL historian, okay.
Yeah, it's the config file of SQL historian.
The platform historian, okay, yeah.
So identity is platform.historian. This both are set up from the start, so you don't have to change anything, and it might disturb other things. So just avoid doing that. Not the agent ID, but at least the identity part of it. Connection is SQLite, and it identifies it that it has to make an SQLite file, and you need to give the path that where your file will be stored. So